Mm.
Okay. Well,
And the brown man, and we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Don't even tell me. Am I having problems already?
You're
we
good.
can hear you.
You can hear me? Tell me I'm frozen on the screen. Am I frozen on the
No.
screen?
No,
Nah.
you're not.
Because I see
Nah.
the two of you already giggling at me. And for those of you that are following on social media on Twitter at Scott Kaplan, you know that I am feeling really, really manly today because I have moved my studio operations from San Diego to downtown LA. And that means I am by myself, man. I'm a one-man operation all up in it. Computers, microphones, headphones, backdrops, studios, you name it, lighting, air conditioning. Like I'm doing it all. And I don't even know how I'm able to do it, man, to be honest with you. But because I'm not usually manly enough to do stuff like this. Although I will tell you guys this, that my girlfriend Rachel always tests little manly things about me. Cause like I can't fix anything, I can't install anything. I can't do anything. Like she got to hire a handyman to fix a little hole in the wall. You know,
Right.
she got to hire a handyman to do like basic little things around the house. But there are certain times where I kind of get to show off that, you know what? Don't forget, I'm still a man. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Still a man.
So I'm just going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
One,
Mhm.
you sound incredible.
Thank you so much.
You really do.
Thank you.
Your professional sound is
hit him with a
great.
butt. Hit him with the butt.
Here's the butt.
But there's 100% your video's delayed right now. So
Come on.
let's do the audience a favor.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have you leave and come back.
But I keep
To make
leaving
you
and coming
look-
back.
Yeah,
You
that's how
sounded
you.
so sad when you said that. Like,
I know.
you
I did
coming
sound
back.
so sad.
Yeah.
And I see on my
Listen.
screen, I see myself looking fine.
Yeah.
People, listen, here's the deal. I was
Yeah.
watching First Take this morning, and Stephen A was a whole green, then he was a whole blue, then he was
Yeah.
blurry. It happens, man.
It happens.
It happens. So
Yeah.
you know,
The other day I was watching McAfee and all of a sudden, boom, mic
lights
goes
went
out.
out.
And
Really?
he's just like, yeah. So he had to literally grab a boom mic on the top of the studio. It was like, you guys hear me? Like, so, yeah, I mean, it happens, man.
there was an earthquake during NBA today. Like things happen during the show.
Right.
Yeah. Anthony Avila is saying, bye, Felicia, as if I'm leaving. Michael M says, don't let me back in. I love this. So, hey, listen, man, let me just say, I'll be right back. All right. I'll be right back. Let me see if this
Got you.
works.
Watch,
All
this will
right,
be
hold on.
super quick, too.
All
Watch.
right, here we go.
Time. Ready? Go.
And there he goes, people.
And there it is.
There he
That's
goes.
what we got to deal with. It's live television now.
It
See, but
happens.
back in the
Thank
day when
you.
when we used to record the show, you guys never would have seen this. But now that it's live, you get to see everything.
Thank you, our friends at SportsGrid, for tuning into the show. Kaplan and Crew, John Browner, Alex Padilla, and then man, Scott Kaplan is back.
I'm
There
in the
we go.
house. I'm in the
There we
house.
go.
I'm
There
here.
you go.
Clear.
I'm here. So I was saying, though, as far as being manly, just a few days ago, when I think I told the story earlier this week, when I made a duty in my neighbor's house.
This is why we let you in?
Well, here's the story.
You came back for this.
About being manly. So
Okay.
when the dude said to us, if you remember the story earlier this week, hey, I've got this convertible Jeep. It's in my garage. Why don't you guys go have fun with it? You know?
Mhm.
And it's a 5-speed manual transmission, right?
Ooh.
So I'll ask you guys, if A, can you drive a manual transmission? B, when was the last time you did drive a manual transmission? Go ahead.
Yes, my first car was a manual transmission. I had a manual transmission for a long time. And the last time I drove one, I believe oh man, like 5 years ago.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Round man?
We 0506 had a manual. Didn't care for it. Never really understood why anyone would want to drive a car like that if you're not a race car driver.
Well, I mean, back in the day, before I had like a full-time cell phone that had texting and tweeting and everything else on it, I had a Mustang convertible 5-speed. And this is going back into like the early 90s, you know? And
5.0? Did you have a 5.0?
With the rag top down so my hair could blow. You're damn
Did
right I
you?
did. You damn right I
God,
did.
you were cool.
Wow.
Oh, dude, like
Damn.
maroon, like up
So
top,
cool.
gray down at the
Damn.
bottom, black,
Wow.
black convertible. I mean, dude,
That's pretty G of you, dude.
it was very cool. I liked having a
Mhm.
convertible, and I liked having a Mustang, and I liked having a stick. I haven't driven a stick in probably 25 years. But
Mhm.
when my girlfriend's like, she's like, "Well, do you even know how to drive a stick? Drive it?" I'm like, "Girl, it doesn't matter if it's a boat, if it's a
Mhm.
car. You put me behind, I will drive that thing. I will
Mhm.
figure it out." And so
Mhm.
that's what I did. And so that
Do you know
proved off some
my
manliness.
Do you know my drive a stick story of what I did when I was 18 years old?
No, tell us.
Shout out to Mama Padilla for this one.
Hey-o.
My first car was not a stick. My first new car was a stick. Um, so I went when I was 18, had a job, had financial aid, and instead of using it for school, like most kids, I went to go buy a car. And when I went to buy a car, I found a relatively brand new like Honda Civic killer deal, right? I was 2004. I think the car was 2003. So it was very new. I go and my mom goes, "Do you even know how to drive a stick?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know how to drive a stick. Of course I do." My dad tried to teach me one time. He yelled at me because I jacked up his clutch. He was like, "Get out of the car. You're going to learn on a regular car." So we go and the guy's like, "You want to test drive it?" And I don't know how this wasn't the ultimate red flag for my mom. But I was like, "You know what? Why don't you drive us in it?" So we
So I can watch you and learn
so
how
I
to do
can
this.
watch you. She legitimately was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." Dude, how is that not a red flag? Anyways, signed the paperwork. She gets in her car. I get in the new car. And she's like, "I'll see you at the house." And I was like, "Yep." I showed up an hour later at the house because I was learning how to drive stick on the way home with a brand new car. I was like, "I'll
Oh,
figure this out. I'll figure this out." In one of the most busiest intersections in Oxnard, I missed 4 red lights. Like straight up missed the green light 4 times. Was getting honked at, was getting yelled at. And by the time I got home, which was like a 15-minute drive, I was good to go. Like that, I learned to drive on my own on the way home.
I remember being about 16 years old, and my father, who always was like wheeling and dealing, because he had a gas station, and he would take cars, used cars, and he'd put them on the front of the gas station. He put for sale signs on them, and he was just hustling, making cash, And he had this little Triumph convertible. And I mean, it was such a beautiful little car. And I remember going, "Dad, I want to drive this." And he's like, "You're not driving that." He's like, "You're going to leave the transmission on the ground.
Mhm.
You're not going to learn how to drive stick on this cool little Triumph." And I was like, and it just irritated me so badly. To this day, he never let me drive it. Number one, it's one of the cars I still want to have in my life is a little old Triumph convertible stick because my dad wouldn't let me drive that car. And
Yeah.
I had to teach myself on another vehicle.
There's
One
something
time,
about driving stick that just makes you feel it just feels right,
tell you
you
this,
know?
you can't be texting while you're driving on a stick.
Yeah.
The reason why they shouldn't even make those cars anymore is because people are far too busy while they're driving on the
They're still
road.
trying
You
to.
need both your hands to drive a stick. You cannot do that if you're texting in his hand and eating in his hand or doing something with the radio. There's too many moving parts in the vehicle now. There's too many distractions as a driver. One of the things I will always say is that as a FedEx driver, one thing I got exposed to is that people do not respect the right to drive. It is the least respected thing because you do it the most if you commute. I've seen people reading books, I've seen people eating meals, I've seen people on the phone, I've seen people doing makeup,
By
I've seen
people,
people
you mean
doing
Scott?
a wide range of things while driving a vehicle moving 40 miles an hour. So for me, I have seen people disrespect the absolute privilege of driving. And so I'm on the board of we don't need any more stick shifts ever because there's too many things happening in a car now and in an individual's life to focus on the road.
But I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
driving a stick is like playing the drums, okay? Because you got one hand on the
Which you
wheel,
can't text and do.
one hand on the stick, one foot on the clutch, one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. It's like playing drums with both feet. I got the hi-hats over here, I got the bass drum down over here. All right, I'm feeling manly. It's Thursday. Let's get rolling. Let's jump right into what happened last night. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios.
What has happened? What has transpired here at the First Bank Center here in Denver, Colorado? It wasn't just a big night of fights. It was a big night of memorable moments.
Conor McGregor with us here in Denver, Colorado. It's an incredible setup here, incredible matchmaking, incredible storytelling. Oh, you had to come here. All these fighters that step in here are warriors, and all have my respect. And I'm into this game, yeah. I'll be into this, yeah.
And we are live here in the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City, Utah, folks. What a night. It is going to be historic indeed for BKFC 56.
Whoever's the king of violence right here, this is going to be a great fight. Harry on the target, right hand from my daddy, double jab. Who's the king of violence? I am!
Combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the city of angels.
80 seconds remaining.
We've got the biggest announcement in the BKFC history we're about to make, so let's make that announcement.
What's up, Knucklemania? The notorious Conor McGregor here. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge announcement that I have for you today. Conor McGregor, myself, and McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Welcome to the big leagues. David Feldman, baby, we did it.
He's now an owner of BKFC with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top now.
All right, great friends. Hey, it's Thursday. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. We are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. I want to say to everybody who's listening on Sirius XM channel 159 or watching on SportsGrid, if you are a New Yorker and you are coming to San Diego this weekend, because let me tell you something right now. The Padres are playing the Mets at Petco Park this weekend. We'll talk about what happened last night in the National League West, but the Padres are playing the Mets. And I have seen Mets fans, just like I've seen Dodger fans, no different than I've seen 49er fans or other fan bases come to a city and take a town over. I don't know if Met fans will be able to do it to the Padre fans this year because of the way the fan base has reacted to this team, how every night seems to be 40+ thousand. But I have seen Met fans, and I mean thousands of them, just walking down Fifth Avenue in downtown San Diego headed towards Petco Park. So if you are coming into San Diego this weekend, to all of our New Yorkers, to all of the Mets fans, just want to remind you, 7 Mile Casino, their website is 7milecasino.com. No smoking, easy freeway access, 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego, blackjack, poker, other table games, incredible food at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, the best brunch in South County on Saturdays and Sundays. It's all happening at 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. Hey, before we get into what happened last night around the National League West, everybody now is in our live YouTube chat talking about driving stick shifts. Could you go to a car dealership today and do they still have sticks? Could you go to a new Toyota dealer or a Mazda dealer or anything like that? Could you go to a new car dealer today and go, I prefer stick? And they go, oh, great, we've got a whole bunch of them over here. Do they still even make them?
I'm sure they do.
They shouldn't, unless you drive a sports car,
Dude, my car doesn't even
$200,000 race car. Yeah,
I don't know about your car. My car doesn't even have what's it called? The shifter.
Mm-hmm.
I have buttons.
Oh, really?
them little.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no. Like to put my car in park, I press park. To put my car in drive, I press drive. I have straight up buttons in my car.
Oh,
I don't even
wow.
have. Yeah.
My daughter's car, I think, has like a little, like a swirly circular thing.
Yeah.
That puts it in
Anthony Avila's right. Jeep 100% makes stick shift.
Okay.
Still.
All right.
Jeep Wranglers 100% still out there.
Let me ask everybody this question. Have you ever driven a stick shift that's not a 4 or a 5? They used to call it 4 on the floor. Have you ever had one that's here on the, what do they call
Stick
this?
shift?
Yeah, stick shift, but it's on the console. Okay. So I used to have this old Chevy truck. 3 gears.
Why are you making those noises?
Because that's the noise that it makes. It goes like
Yeah.
this. It goes.
So I've never even heard of that, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never
I have
seen
no
shifter
never.
on the console? Yeah, or
Never.
whatever it's called.
I have another question.
Mm.
Has anybody ever driven stick shift in Europe on the other side of the road?
No.
No, sir.
No thanks.
Here's
No
here's
thanks.
my thing about that. My question about that. So in America, it goes 1, 2, and then you go right. You work your way to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So in England, do you work? You're obviously like this. So do you work your way to the left? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Does that question make sense? Like, is it all flipped?
I don't know, but JDD Ocampo, he's got me on this one. His first truck was a 1985 F-150, 3 on the tree. That's what it's called, 3 on the tree. By the way, when I do that noise, it makes my upper lip very like tickly and itchy in a weird kind of a way.
Oh God.
So
does this count as driving stick shift on the F1 video game where I'm clicking on my remote?
No. Okay, see, by the way, that's another thing. I have those little clicky things on my car, have never once touched them, don't know what they do.
Yeah. I hit it one time on accident in the freeway, and my RPMs went like I think I was like, "What did I do?"
I would just like to say this: when I do accomplish my goal of buying a brand new Corvette, I'm not there yet. I'm not relatively close yet, but my goal is to buy a brand new Corvette. I love the new Corvettes, and I've always wanted a new Corvette. I mean, when you got 4 kids and 2 are currently in college, it don't exactly work out that way. But when I achieve the day where I buy myself a new Corvette, I'm telling the dealer right away, I don't want these little flippy things, okay? And I want a stick shift. If I'm going to have a sports car, I want a stick shift. Even now, like people who have fancy sports cars, I don't want it automatic. I want stick.
Cool.
All right, let's keep rolling. So, so let me just ask. Yesterday, I made this comment to you guys that watching the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks in this National League West race is the most fun I've had in baseball, watching baseball in a really long time. And yeah, I know Padre fans, we can go back to 2 years ago when the Padres beat the Dodgers in the postseason, and that was a great run. Padres had beaten the Mets the series prior to that, then they beat the Dodgers and they lost to the Phillies.
But if I go back and tell you that 2022, they didn't get anywhere near this kind of run that they've gone through right now.
Right.
Like they were 13-12 in August, 16-13 in September.
Right. So there was no 22-8 run over 30 games. You know, there was no race between the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks. There was no race. The Dodgers were a foregone conclusion. The Padres were just kind of limping towards the finish line, and they happened to get hot at the right time of the year. Joe Musgrove came up with a brilliant pitching performance in New York, and guys came up with clutch hits that night.
For those people listening in New York, probably thinks he cheated still.
Oh, yeah, he had the red ear thing.
The red ears, yep.
That's right. So
Brian Kenny, one of them.
That's true.
Oh, Brian Kenny.
I was watching MLB Network earlier this morning. I don't know if they do a segment because I've never really watched MLB Network, but they were doing the That's What's In guys. They were showing the Padres That's What's In guys from our local television channel, KUSI Television. And I think they must do a segment called That's What's In.
Well, I did see a clip on the MLB Network talking about how good the Padres are, like the best team in the second half. They were like running through how good they've been. And Mark DeRosa, who's one of the analysts at the end, goes, and that's what's in. And I was like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Don't you do it.
They brought it back.
This is a thing.
That's what's in. Right.
They're trying to rebirth the curse, man. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find a roundabout way to bring that back into the mainstream so the ghost of That's What's In can come back and tank this team.
Can the chat help us? That's What's In came out for the Philly series, right?
Right.
That didn't come out for the beginning of the Phillies season.
No, it was the Philly series because it was like
it
was like
was at the end.
Bryce gonna cry and Manny gonna fly. That's what's in. That's what's in.
You do it too good.
I hate that guy.
I lost track of time. That's how much
I friggin' hate that guy. All right, stick around, everybody. This is Kaplan and Crew. We're coming right back.
Hello everybody from Arlo White in the Live Broadcast Studio, and welcome to highlights of another excellent day's golf on Super Saturday in Greenbrier. Now, Live Golf history was made by this man, the high flyers Brendan Steele. This is his second shot at the par 5 17th. In it goes, the first albatross in league history, and it's Brendan Steele who is all smiles. Cam Smith teed off at 18 today. He made a par there, then proceeded to card a 27 over the front 9 holes to briefly take the lead. This was his third at 12, an eagle for Cam there, but he was overall level par through his last 8 holes and his 3 off the lead. Brooks Koepka is seeking a 5th LIV Golf title. No other man has more than 3. A pair of 64s for Brooks. He's 12 under par. That was his birdie putt at 18. But today was all about Jon Rahm, who is hunting a 2nd straight win in the LIV Golf League after his first victory at the JCB in the UK, and he's also hunting down Wako Niemann for the overall title of LIV Golf League champion for 2024. A remarkable round of 62 today for Jon Rahm. That was his 2nd into 17. This is his tee shot at 18. And you wouldn't bet against Jon Rahm going back-to-back and taking a lead into the final regular season event in Chicago in 3 weeks' time, seeking a first prize of $18 million. And he rounded things off superbly with a birdie putt at the first, and 8 under par 62 today. Jon Rahm will take a 2-stroke lead into Championship Sunday. Ripper lead the team comp by 1.
Yo, everybody, what's happening on a Thursday? This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man, and we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Hey, by the way, this segment is being brought to us by our great friends at Blenders Eyewear. All you have to do is go to blenderseyewear.com. You use our code Kaplan, you save 20%. I don't care if you're in New York, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Tampa, Miami, San Diego, LA, San Francisco. I don't care if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, middle of the country, blenderseyewear.com. You save 20% when you use our code Kaplan. And I know right now they got this whole thing going on with Coach Prime. Yesterday, Tommy, shout out to Tommy. He's in the live chat right now. He went to the Encinitas store, Alex, and he bought that sleeve for that old lady. Chase Fisher is giving $1 to that 99-year-old Colorado Buffaloes fan because of the Coach Primes. And Tommy bought the very first one yesterday. So shout out to you, Tommy. We love you, buddy.
Shout out.
Right on. Hey, so that the That's What's In video, did you say, Alex, at the commercial break you found what MLB Network is doing?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to play it, but we might as well just play it, right?
Well, you
Say sorry later.
Speaking of playing things, dude, like for those of you that are asking us why we're not playing the fight video of the guy who took the 2-piece in the biscuit, and
you're on parole, fam.
That guy, he got his ass handed to him too, and he was talking all kinds of, oh, you can't touch me, oh, you can't hit me, oh,
pop.
And then the dude that was down below in the row below, that guy was a southpaw, so he was jab, duck, come up and under, smash the guy right in the face with the left. I mean, that guy who was down below, that guy knew how to fight. The dude who got beat up took the punches pretty good. The blood was streaming down his face. His girl was trying to get him to chill. We've seen the video. It's all over social media. He took the mink. Right, Brown?
Fair. He ate those. The kids say he ate those.
Yeah.
But he did get his ass handed to him. He's a big-looking dude, too. A guy, big chest, big arms, big, nice wife beater T-shirt on with blood streaming down it.
Brother, it don't
Pretty sure I
matter
saw
how
him at
big-
Target yesterday.
It don't matter how big you are, okay? You can lift all this you want. You can't lift the old chin, okay? So you could lift all these, you got all these muscles. Your chin can't handle the impact of a punch. Cool. You should shut your mouth.
But I think he went to boxing class and just took the head movement class and forgot how to do the punching
dropped
class.
out after that.
Right. You think you saw this? You think you saw the dude at Target yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday at Target, Mission Valley. I'm pretty sure. Well, I saw a dude with really tight shorts, a white tank top, and the same haircut, same skin color. And I was trying to really get a good look at his face to see if it was a little swollen, little bruised. Mm-hmm. But I think my wife just thought I was checking girls out, so I stopped. But I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm pretty sure it was him. Yeah, it was making it obvious. I was like, "Is that him?
Is that him? Is that the guy? Hey, you're famous, dude. You got your ass handed to you on video at Petco Park.
I probably looked like him looking at him.
Yeah, he probably wanted to fight you next.
Yeah. Well, I could
You
take
want a
him.
piece of this? You want a piece of this?
Yeah.
So wait. I'm just seeing that JDD Ocampo on our live YouTube chat says that DeRosa mentioned the "That's What's In" guys.
Yeah.
And then the Padres.
That's
Okay,
the
so
clip
what?
I saw too.
Okay, so what happened? Show it to us.
Walk-off wins. They're
You
fun.
Darvish. Good point.
Musgrove just got there.
And Musgrove just got back.
That's what's in.
That's what's in. That's what's in. Philly's gonna roll. Don't know. Do not put out of prison. They'll wreck this season. I don't think.
There you go. And yeah, so MLB Network. Well, I think that was Robert Flores. It wasn't DeRosa. That was Robert Flores, and DeRosa was the one like saying, "No, don't do that." And then today, they did a whole segment of Padres showing the endless
That's what I saw
of responses from Padres fans.
Okay, that's what I saw on MLB Network today. What happens?
We need to stop this before it becomes the thing.
Okay.
Like as a show, as a fan base, as a just whatever we are, we can't let this happen. We need to talk to the internet CEO and get that video removed from the internet.
Well, no, what should happen is that's what's in guys, all those guys who I hate, all those guys should have to give up all of their Padre merch.
No, they should be banned from Petco.
I mean, their names should be like up on the wall. They should have like a like wanted sign.
Yeah,
like, don't
consider
let these guys
them
in.
Like streakers. Like they're no longer allowed in here.
Yeah, if they have season tickets, take them.
Right.
If they walk in and there's facial recognition, don't let them in. That's what
you want to see Robert Flores do it, and then you do it next to him. All right, let's
roll. Do not let those guys out of prison.
Here we go.
I don't think.
But yeah,
Philly's gonna roll. Do not let.
I hate the joy it brings other people.
I know. It still brings me joy too. I have to admit it. I got to be honest.
Let's see. Full screen it. Do it.
Yeah. That's what's in. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Bryce is gonna cry and Manny's gonna fly. That's what's in. I don't even know if those are the lyrics, but something.
They're not.
The lyrics are very irrelevant to
They're
this.
so
right
stupid.
now.
All right, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. We can't even get started. We'll try next. This is Kaplan and Crew.
What a chance it is for Adam Paxton and Victor Tingstrom to pick up their first weekly titles. Adam Paxton, well, it's been the dream debut so far for him. For Victor Tingstrom, he'll feel like this is a moment a little while coming. A place in the final up for grabs for one.
You can do it. Make that double 18 away for a place in the final.
Wesley Plaisir was beaten, knocked out by Mike Warburton in a last leg decider.
That is what they are playing for. They are playing for the trophy. They are playing for the big prize pot, and they are playing for a place in the £25,000 Champions Week.
97.
There is a point you feel that reality will surely kick in for Adam Paxton. He's here on debut. He watches the Super Series almost every single week. He was happy just to be playing in a group. This could be the leg that we talk about at the end of the night as being the one that changed the final, because Adam Paxton has just gone cold at the moment.
Bang on cue.
He doesn't just get two, he gets the lot.
Should take out the 16 out. If not, Mike's just behind him.
Shot on the fifth leg.
Can Paxton deliver one of the biggest moments of his career so far? He can. Double 12. What a moment that is from Adam Paxton. Mike Warburton was looking at 60 to win the match. Paxton, here's your moment. He approaches the hockey with confidence, with time, and delivers. Adam Paxton on debut. The boy, the fanboy, comes to the Super Series and wins.
Yo, great friends. Hey, it is Thursday. This is Kaplan and Crew, Grande, Brown Man. Everybody's in the house. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. All right, so we've been trying to get the show started, but it hasn't actually gotten off to the kind of start we expected. But that's all right. been a lot of fun talking about stick shifts and driving, 3 on the tree and then that's what's in. And I don't know what else has been started, but let's jump into it. What happened?
Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. So listen, I was saying this earlier. I was trying to get to it. I was saying yesterday that the race that's happening in the National League West between the Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks is the most fun I've had watching baseball in a really long time because we've never really seen a race this competitive. And now in the first half of the season, when the Padres were kind of a 500 ball club and it seemed like every game was like super, super important, it feels like now, for example, the Dodgers won last night. The Padres lost last night. So, and Arizona won last night. So Arizona caught up to the Padres and the Padres fell slightly further behind the Dodgers. So to me, it's like every game is like life and death now. What did you guys think last night?
Rough. Period. Very simple. I done warned y'all about Matt Waldron. I told y'all nothing gives me more nervous system, energy, interaction than he goes on the mound. That's it. It doesn't sit well with me. Every time I see him come out, I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
In August,
I just don't feel good about it.
His 4 starts in August, 1 and 2, 10.35 ERA, has allowed 23 runs. He's striking out Tuesday, guys, 21 and 6. But yeah, not good. Not good to say the least.
I mean, for all the Dodger fans yesterday that were telling me that the Dodgers should just DFA Walker Buehler and that they cannot start him ever again. And Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, is going, well, what are our choices right now? We're sort of running out of pitching here. Walker Buehler is a freaking all-star compared to Matt Waldron right now.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and leave and come back because you froze video.
Gosh darn it. What is going on here today?
I'll say this, Browner. I like how Mike Schilt just left Waldron out there. Like, if he's going to have a bad outing, let's just take this one on the chin. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like he didn't waste all these pitchers. He didn't do anything like that, what is going on now? What did you do to us now?
Now I'm in twice.
Computer.
Right. Now you're in twice. I'll figure it out here. So anyways, that's what I like. I like that he's like, if we're going to have an outing, I'm not going to waste relievers on this one. Let's just take the out.
Sometimes you just got to take one. And in this particular situation, what I will give Matt Waldron credit for is he kept battling. He kept fighting because that's what you have to do. And you got to take your head out to Mike Schilt to go, hey, man, listen, this one's on you, big fella. We can't burn the bullpen tonight. We won the series already. So you just survive an X amount of innings and X amount of pitches till we can get somebody in there and properly get this game over. But as of right now, what do you want us to do?
Yeah,
you got to eat this.
Right. I also think it's such a good sign. And it's a very unhealthy way to be a fan, but I think it's such a good sign of the expectations that the fan base has for a team when the panic immediately sets in. It's like, you lost a game. You lost one game. You still won the series. But I love that Padre fans are panicking after one loss, even though they just beat the Minnesota Twins, who are a very good baseball team. Who are going to be a postseason team. You won the series, but it's like, I don't think anybody cares. I think there's just like the panic that ensued. I think it's super unhealthy, but I love the expectations for everybody. If the Dodgers sweep and the Diamondbacks sweep, the Padres must sweep.
But that's the expectation that they're now sitting at. And I think that because of what you've paid this roster, and from a person who believed in this roster the way it was constructed the entire time, I'm glad people have reached this point. I'm glad people are expecting more from them because this is a very good roster, as I've always said it was. Now it's performing, and now the pressure is on for these guys to perform, and I think that's good. That's a great sign.
But I think the key is that because we're all now scoreboard watching, because we're watching what the Dodgers are doing every single night, and we're watching what Arizona is doing. If Arizona wins like they did last night and the Dodgers win like they did last night and the Padres lose like they did last night, then all of a sudden the Dodgers lead goes up, Arizona catches up, and the Padres actually fall half a game back. And that half a game makes you feel like, oh man, they were 2 games back, just 2 games back. Now they find themselves, whatever it is, 3.5 games back. And you're just thinking to yourself, every time the Padres win, the Dodgers win. Like, the Padres need to go on a win, 3, 4, 5 in a row like the Dodgers have, and hope that the Dodgers can lose a game or two here or there.
Right.
And
And
we should be looking at the weekend coming up, because the series that are on the, and by the way, am I still good or am I not good? Because I know I'm having a bunch of technical problems today.
Yeah, you sound fine.
I sound fine, but I look like crap.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Just keep going.
No, we're not figuring it out. Something's wrong today. I suck today. My thought is that if you take a look at what's coming up now, the Padres and the Mets, I mean, the Mets have been very hot, and I would not normally be paying attention to the Mets, but there's been a lot of highlights on SportsCenter 2 nights in a row of game-winning walk-off home runs. So take a look at this matchup right here. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so you got Dylan Cease back on the mound tonight at Petco, 12-9, 3.46 ERA. One of the top 3 strikeout leaders in all of baseball against Luis Severino, who's 8-6, 3.91 for the Mets. Luis Severino made the news if you're a Padres fan, because the other day, remember I told you guys Braves' Austin Riley was placed on the injured list for about 2 months. He's probably out for the rest of the regular season. And Diamondbacks' best player, Ketel Marte, was placed on the 10-day injured list with a sprained ankle. So a beat reporter for the Mets was talking to Luis Severino and told him that on August 19th. He's like, hey, did you hear about these injuries? And his response was, cool, what about San Diego? Nothing on San Diego? Like, this dude's rooting for injuries. Like, this dude's like, okay, awesome, because the Mets are currently 1.5 out of the wild card. So they're doing their best to get back in it. And he's just like, what about San Diego? They get any injuries? Like that. So that made a little bit of news. So it should be fun. And to tie this whole thing together and how big this series is, Browner, do you remember the name Jesse Winker?
Vaguely. Not to
he
be
was on the
Henry Winkler.
Yes,
he was. Go ahead.
He was the guy from the Nationals that got into the argument with the Padre fan and wanted to fight the Padre fan, like some old guy. And I say old, I don't mean like 100 years old. I mean, like, I don't know, guy was in his 60s, and he's just standing there near the field and he's talking crap. And the next thing you know, Winker wants to fight the dude.
Right. And he was also the one that took massive exception to Jurickson Profar celebrating his walk-off double or home run, whatever it was, when supposedly Profar was talking trash to the Nationals. Why am I bringing this name up? Because he was traded to the Mets, and now he's on the Mets. And yesterday, Jesse Winker hit a walk-off home run for the Mets. Guess what he did? Oh, he did the same thing Profar did.
Yeah.
He did the same thing Profar did.
He stopped before he got to first base.
Probably worse. Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, threw his helmet down.
Yeah.
Took off his elbow pad, like pretty much took his uniform off, had to show off his hair. And then he started running around. He got to second. I don't know if we have the rest of it. I don't know if we have the whole thing.
He kept going. He kept doing more and more. But now he's coming back to San Diego.
So now it's okay for you to do it. And now, act like you've been there before. Like, take your own medicine, bro. Follow your own instructions. These are the type of people that kill me, man. You want to try to steal somebody else's joy in their moment with their team, and yet here you are on a new team with a different energy, with a different expectation, and then you do something big, and you feel the joy of that, and you want to let that out. That's nothing. Welcome to competitive baseball, Mr. Winkler.
I think it's Winker. I think it's like Winker, like Winker.
Whatever it is.
Like
Winker, Winky.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what it is.
No, it's not like Henry Winkler.
So tonight you got a guy rooting for injuries on the Padres on the mound. You got Winker, who just hit a walk-off in New York, back in San Diego. Like, who knows what's going to happen? There's obviously been, and I know they got a different manager now, but there's been some history here between the two clubs, especially with Joe Musgrove, who I believe is going to pitch this series. It's going to, with the Mets trying to get into the wild card, with the Braves dealing with injuries, this is like a little mini playoff series, this next 4 games here in San Diego.
It is a playoff series. And as Dave Roberts said just the other day, he's like, now the Dodgers feel like every series is a playoff series because they're contending with the Padres and the Diamondbacks creeping up the race. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
you don't.
What?
You don't?
No.
Dude. Musgrove tomorrow, by the way.
All right. Very good. This is Kaplan and Crew. And I got Grande. I got the Brown Man. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, and we got a lot of football stuff to get to. And we're just kicking things off. Hang out.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
One change in the legislature in Missouri is that this guy who's just totally against sports betting there is not going away.
This has been in progress since last fall. They got 300 and some thousand signatures. All they needed was 170, but those were all certified by local election boards. That had to be done by earlier this month. By tomorrow, the Secretary of State has to verify all those signatures.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Kaplan and Crew, Grande, Brown Man. We all in the house. We're in the 7 Mile Casinos. Segment of Kaplan and Crew is being brought to us by our great friends at Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services. Gary Cooper, been with us for over 20 years. 858-376-1299. 858-376-1299. If you are in Southern California and you're thinking about buying or selling, or you need a home equity line of credit, Gary can help you through all of it. If you are in another part of the country and you're like, well, how does that apply to me? Call Gary, consult with him, talk to him. He can help you in wherever you are around the country because he's got an entire network of people. So if you're like, I don't have a real estate guy, I don't know how to go about getting a home equity line of credit, I don't have somebody for that, Gary can take care of you. 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299. All right.
We're a disaster today, boys.
We are, aren't we?
Well,
at least
in the commercial break,
yeah,
I just spilled about 40 ounces of water all over the place.
Come on.
Yeah, I swear.
Come on, man. Do better, bro.
On my crotch, on my keyboard, on everything. One of those days.
Yeah, that's all right. I like it all natural. You know what I mean? I do. I like the show all natural.
Browner's sitting there super chill. Can you just host the show by yourself today?
Yeah, Browner. What do you got? What do you got, Browner?
Listen, this show.
I'm wet. Like straight up wet right now.
This show is a duck on the pond. At the top, we seem very cool, calm, and collected. Things are rolling as they should.
Yeah.
Underneath the water.
Yeah, like he's frozen again.
Yeah, see, feet are just kicking. All hell's breaking loose. For a little bit of TMI, I've been going back and forth in an email about custody of my children. Like literally.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, time out. Let me get this straight. I'm freezing because I went to LA today to do the show from LA, and the internet here sucks. Okay. Yeah, Alex just spilled 40 ounces of water all over his equipment, might take us off the air. And Browner, while we're on the air, you're dealing with emails about custody of your children?
Yeah. But the show's just rolling, baby. The show's just rolling. The show's just rolling, man.
If anybody at SportsGrid is watching right now, they're like, what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing?
Right. Like at least when Scott Farrella's on, it looks like a professional operation, you know?
Yeah.
Jeez, put these jokers on.
Look at these jokers. My God, I am legitimately,
What the hell happened? Why don't you have a cover on that water?
I do. Whatever. It came off. I fumbled it.
Again.
I'm Melvin Gordon, the water bottle. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
This is how.
Sorry, catching a stray. My bad, Melvin. You didn't deserve that.
This is how you know we're actually good at this. There's a lot happening. And we're just moving along. Next thing.
Actually, I assure you this, everybody who's watching and everybody who's listening and everybody who's in our live chat right now, everybody's like, great. Let's see what really is happening there. Let's see what's really going on. Browner's dealing with custody. Alex is spilling water, and Kaplan can't keep his can't stay on the show.
Yeah. Like, I'm definitely not going to full screen you today if I don't have to.
Yeah, I got you. And by the way, and while all this is happening, when I was driving from San Diego to LA today, I don't know why, I always have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. That's it, just 1 cup. For whatever reason today, I decided to take my travel cup, and I decided to make 2 of those Keurig little coffee cup thingies.
Pods?
Yeah. So instead of making 1 big cup of coffee, I had 2 smaller cups of coffee in 1 bigger cup.
Okay.
I know that didn't make much sense. All right. So I had
I'm trying.
Usually I have a mug and I have 1 little Keurig coffee K-cup thing, right? Today I decided to take the bigger mug and take 2 of those Keurig thingies, and then I made the smaller version rather than the bigger version. So I had two cups of coffee in the 1 cup of coffee. Dude, I drove all the way from San Diego to LA, 2.5 hours. Oh my God, I'm going to wind up having to stop and pee. Oh my God, my stomach's going to explode on all this coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I got here to LA Live in downtown LA. Stomach didn't exactly explode, but it's making that noise, and it's giving me that feeling right now. Like I'm going to have some problems here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your
Why
stomach
would you do that to
probably
yourself?
feels as pixelated as your screen looks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks, man.
Why would you do that to your stomach?
I know.
You literally know you shouldn't be doing that on that long of a drive. Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I did it to myself. I really don't.
Mm-mm.
So I'm all pixelated now?
No, you're just delayed. Your audio and video is delayed.
Sucks. The internet here at 710 in LA, ESPN, Disney, Good Karma.
Can we call out people right now?
Go ahead, call them out.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy.
Wow. Oh my God. Why, bro? Why,
Look at Grande. Look at
Why,
Grande.
bro?
Grande's as red as his Los Bookies jacket behind his chair.
Oh my God. Why, bro? Why? Why was that necessary?
Why is it so funny? Why is it so funny to Grande?
Now you Mouse.
That was so good.
Oh my God. Oh, why, bro? Why? What made you say that? It was such a natural reaction too. It just came out. You broke this man. You broke this man. How could he go on today? You broke him with Mickey Mouse.
I wasn't ready. You caught me off guard. Now I'm crying like Browner, man. Jesus. Oh, God. That was your best impression ever. 2 words.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Between the technical difficulties, the water spilling, Browner's dealing with custody issues. I'm talking about having to run to the ladies' room because of the coffee. And then all of a sudden what has happened to this broadcast today?
So this is a unique broadcast today, y'all.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Jeez. Chris Moreno says in our live YouTube chat, he says this segment is being brought to you by Torrey Holistics. Joseph Cabral says, how about those Rams? You know,
they're in Houston practicing with the Texans. I so wish you weren't delayed because that clip would have been awesome.
Oh my God. I can't believe this. This delay thing sucks. I'm going to try and reset everything here at this quick commercial break. We're going to come back in 2 minutes. We've been trying to talk about baseball, not doing a very good job. And then I'm going to switch everything over to football because tonight, more preseason, and then this is it. Stick around.
What has happened? What has transpired here at the First Bank Center here in Denver, Colorado? It wasn't just a big night of fights. It was a big night of memorable moments. Conor McGregor
It's an incredible setup here, incredible matchmaking, incredible storytelling. Oh, you had to come here. All these fighters that step in here are warriors, and all have my respect. And I'm into this game, yeah. We'll be into this, yeah.
And we are live here in the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City, Utah, folks. What a night. It is going to be historic indeed for BKFC 56.
Whoever's the king of violence right here, this is going to be a great fight. Harry on the target for the left-hander. Right hand from my daddy, double champion. Who's the king of violence? I am!
Combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the city of angels.
80 seconds remaining.
We've got the biggest announcement in the BKFC history we're about to make, so let's make that announcement.
What's up, Knucklemania? The notorious Conor McGregor here. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge announcement that I have for you today. Conor McGregor, myself, and McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Welcome to the big leagues. David Feldman, baby, we did it.
He's now an owner of BKFC with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top now.
Yo, great friends. All right, man. We are having one, man. We are on one today. That is for sure. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. Probably a good time to tell everybody about Life Brew Coffee, LYFE, lifebrew.com. If you have not yet tried mushroom coffee, this is going to be a game changer for you, because if you love decaffeinated coffee, this is not just some coffee to get you fired up or just to give you that flavor. This is coffee with naturally grown mushrooms. So many health benefits, digestive benefits, anti-inflammation benefits, so many great health benefits from Life Brew Coffee, LYFE, lifebrew.com. 30% off when you use our code GreatFriends, 30% off when using the code GreatFriends. And tomorrow, Brett Weiss, who's the owner of Life Brew Coffee, and by the way, this dude's a character. Brett is coming by the show tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll find out what his deal is.
It should be fun. Should be fun.
Charles Gooden is in our live YouTube chat. He says, sometimes you just need a show like today's, you know?
Yeah.
It's true.
Getting messages from SportsGrid now.
Yeah, what are they saying?
Like maybe Scott should retire for the show today.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying? I just restarted my entire computer. I know, hey, guys, I am super unhappy about what has happened so far today. I hate the fact that I'm dependent on Wi-Fi. And we've done the show from here before, and it hadn't been a problem. So I'm kind of hoping that we got some things resolved here now. In fact, I even lowered my resolution of my camera from 1080 to 720, just trying to pull as much bandwidth as possible and stay on as best I can.
You guys want a quick piece of trivia in regards to tonight's series, beginning with the Mets and the Padres? The last time the New York Mets won a series in San Diego was Joey Fugazi. And game 3, Zach Wheeler, who I believe is on the Phillies now, beat the Padres against Brian Mitchell. Don't even remember that guy.
Brian
You
Mitchell.
know who was on
the running back for the Eagles?
Was that his name, Brian Mitchell?
There definitely was a running back named Brian Mitchell.
Okay.
For the Eagles, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know who was on the Mets back in 2018?
Mike Piazza.
Pete Alonso.
Adrian Gonzalez.
AG.
Wow.
Wow, I kind of forget that he finished his career. He did finish with the Mets, didn't he?
I don't remember, but in game 3 where the Mets beat the Padres 14-2, he had 5 RBIs.
Jeez.
Classic Adrian against the Padres.
I know. Yeah. Adrian Gonzalez, Padre killer. He was a Padre savior, then he became a Padre killer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so tonight, Dylan Cease, Luis Severino, 4 games, and the the Dodgers and Diamondbacks do not play, so they do have a chance to either gain half a game or lose half a game.
These teams, though, between LA, San Diego, and Arizona, offensively, these teams have been on fire. And for the Dodgers, they have to be on fire offensively because their pitching is just like falling apart. Although they did have that great performance from Gavin Stone just the other day, the 10 strikeouts. But take a look at these numbers. We put them up on the screen for everybody who's watching. All right, Alex, run us through these here real quick.
Yeah, the Dodgers have the fifth. These are all National League rankings. The Dodgers have the 5th best batting average, the most home runs, the second most runs scored, and the second highest OPS. The Diamondbacks have the 2nd best batting average, the 4th most home runs. They scored the most in the National League, and they have the highest OPS. The Padres have the best batting average, I believe, in all of baseball, but definitely the National League. The 7th most home runs. They've scored the 3rd most. They have the 4th highest OPS. So you look at that. The top 3 scoring teams in all of the National League are in the NL West.
How about that? It's been a fun race. It's been a really fun race.
And it's only August 22nd.
Right. There's a lot more to it. And this is why I said this the other day. When Jeff Passan of ESPN told me, this is last week, the Dodgers will get their team back, the Dodgers will get healthy, and the Dodgers will pull away. It wasn't just because of the Dodgers getting their team back. It was because Passan was saying to me, the Padres and the Diamondbacks cannot keep playing at an 800 clip like this. They cannot keep winning at this high of a pace. We'll see if he's right or he's wrong.
Yeah. And somehow, some way, the Dodgers and the Padres and the Diamondbacks need to figure out to win games when the Dodgers lose games.
Right.
Because
and
like
by the way,
keep
that's
winning
when
on
the
the same
Dodgers
day.
lose.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the Dodgers, I want to say, are what, 5 in a row right now? 5 in a row, 6 in a row, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, listen, hour number 2 of the show is on the way. I'm going to continue to battle through. Neil saw in our live YouTube chat said I jinxed the entire thing from the beginning of the show today when I bragged about how manly I was setting everything up. Neil saw it. You might be right. As we move into hour number 2, let's move everything from baseball to football because tonight preseason action comes back and then it's time for the regular season. Hang out, everybody.
Hello everybody from Arlo White in the Live Broadcast Studio and welcome to highlights of another excellent day's golf on Super Saturday in Greenbrier. Now Live Golf history was made by this man, the high flyers Brendan Steele. This is his 2nd shot at the par 5 17th. In it goes, the first albatross in league history, and it's Brendan Steele who is all smiles. Cam Smith teed off at 18 today. He made a par there, then proceeded to card a 27 over the front 9 holes to briefly take the lead. This was his 3rd at 12. An eagle for Cam there, but he was overall level par through his last 8 holes and his 3 off the lead. Brooks Koepka is seeking a 5th Live Golf title. No other man has more than 3. A pair of 64s for Brooks. He's 12 under par. That was his birdie putt at 18. But today was all about Jon Rahm, who is hunting a 2nd straight win in the Live Golf League after his first victory at the JCB in the UK, and he's also hunting down Wako Neiman for the overall title of Live Golf League champion for 2024. A remarkable round of 62 today for Jon Rahm. That was his 2nd into 17. This is his tee shot at 18. And you wouldn't bet against Jon Rahm going back-to-back and taking a lead into the final regular season event in Chicago in 3 weeks' time, seeking a first prize of $18 million. And he rounded things off superbly with a birdie putt at the first, an 8 under par 62 today. Jon Rahm will take a 2-stroke lead into Championship Sunday. Ripper lead the team comp by 1.